welcome back to the deep dive. Okay, let's really unpack this one.
Yeah, this is quite a story.
The sources you shared, they lay out this incredibly high-stakes situation. It's a personal crisis smashing right up against systemic corruption.
Exactly.
And it's not just about a crime, is it? It's about what happens when someone powerful, an IPS officer in this
It's
case.
an Indian police service officer, yeah.
Right, when she has to fight this desperate kind of two-front war, one against these violent criminals.
And the other against, well, the rot within her own ranks, negligence, even criminality.
It's an amazing study in strategic duality.
That's a good way to put it. Our mission here in this deep dive, it's sort of twofold, just like her journey.
Okay.
First, we need to look at the rapid, really targeted action she took to rescue her kidnapped brother-in-law.
Right, the immediate threat.
And then we pivot. We dissect how she so methodically built up this airtight case, the evidence she needed to actually take down a corrupt fellow officer.
And the protagonist, Neha Verma, she has resources, right? She's highly trained, high-ranking.
Oh, absolutely. But the environment she's operating in is just compromised.
That's what's so fascinating, that strategic switch you mentioned.
It is. She had to toggle, didn't she? Between using her official clout, her skills, her access.
For IPS training?
Exactly. And then deliberately appearing as, just an ordinary citizen, maybe even vulnerable.
To draw out the corruption.
Precisely. And it raises a big question for you, listening. What level of personal risk, strategic risk, is okay? Especially when the institution that's supposed to protect you is actually the problem.
That tension, it kicks off right away, like bam,
Anyway.
3:0 a.m.
Yeah, the classic nightmare scenario call.
Neha gets this frantic call. It's her younger sister, Mira, sobbing, barely coherent.
Says her husband, Sumit, was just dragged out of the house, thugs, guns, the whole thing.
And the demand. Harsh, clear.
20 lakh rupees,
Yeah.
which is what, around 20,000 US dollars?
Roughly. Pay up, or Sumit doesn't come back.
Eb.
Ever. And Neha, she's absorbing this incredible shock, but she tells Mira, stay calm, I'm coming right over. So she gets to Mira's house. And here's her first strategic move. Maybe subconscious, maybe not.
The red sari.
Yeah, she puts on this really striking red sari. It feels like a statement, right? Assertiveness, authority?
Yeah.
And she's anticipating a fight.
Could be, or just grabbing what's there in a crisis. But they head straight to the local police station. They need to file a report. Urgently.
And this is where the system just fails. Immediately.
They encounter Inspector Amit Singh. Neha explains everything, kidnapping, ransom demand. Still acting mostly like a distraught sister, not pulling rank yet.
And Singh, he just brushes it off.
Yeah.
Suggests Sumit must have, done something wrong.
Blaming the victim. Classic deflection.
And then the kicker. He demands a bribe. 15,000 rupees. Just like that. To quickly solve the case.
In a kidnapping situation,
Okay.
it's predatory. Pure extortion when someone's life is on the line.
Neha tries to keep it professional, though you can imagine she's furious inside.
Oh, yeah. She confronts him, cites the law, his duty, says you're here to provide justice, not demand cash.
Now, this is where it gets really, really interesting psychologically. Singh doesn't just get defensive.
No, he blows up. He takes it as a personal insult. His impunity is challenged.
He starts threatening her.
Mm-hmm.
And then he slaps her
Oh,
hard across the face.
that assault, it's critical. It's not just about the bribe anymore.
It's ego.
Definitely. His little kingdom of unquestioned authority was challenged by a woman citing the law. He couldn't handle it.
And Neha, she shows incredible control here.
Yeah.
She realizes this is escalating. He's threatening false charges, illegal lockup.
So she warns him, I'm reporting this assault. You'll be suspended. And then she gets Mira out of there before they actually do get locked up unfairly.
Wow. So the first approach, the assertive one, in the red sari. Total failure. Worse than failure, actually. Physical assault.
And the official path is blocked. But the clock's ticking on the kidnapping.
They need a plan B, fast.
Rescue first. Revenge, or rather justice, later.
Exactly. So they get home. Shortly after, the kidnappers call Mira again. Same demand. 20 lakhs.
And Neha, now switching into full tactical mode, tells Mira, stall, ask for 24 hours, say you need time to get the money.
Crucially, also demand proves Sumit is okay. Keep him safe.
Right. Buy time. That's the key. Because Neha knows she can't rely on Inspector Singh or maybe even that whole station now.
But she can rely on her own skills, her IPS skills.
She immediately gets on her laptop, starts tracking the number that just called Mira.
Which, as you said, tracking a burner phone that quickly?
Yeah.
That takes specialized tools?
Tools an IPS officer would likely have access to. Yeah. She's bypassing the local corruption entirely.
And boom, she gets a trace, a location.
Yeah.
But it's in another city.
Okay, so now she needs operational support. But who do you trust?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? She goes back to the station. Singh, thankfully, isn't there?
So she finds someone else. SAO Raghav Sharma. Sub-assistant officer. Not commissioned, but experienced. Works the ground level.
Why him specifically? Gut feeling. Reputation.
Probably reputation. Sharma immediately gets it. He understands the urgency. Maybe he already knew Singh was bad news.
So he cuts through the red tape.
Instantly. Agrees to help. Bypasses Singh's likely obstruction. It shows there's often integrity within the system. You just need to find the right person.
So Sharma, Neha, and 2 constables pile into a vehicle. They're heading to this location. An old, ruined house.
Textbook hideout.
And here we see Neha, the meticulous planner again. Before they even go in.
She hits record on her phone's video camera.
Smart. Why?
Evidence? Always evidence. Proof of the location, who was there, what happened during the raid. She's covering all bases, even in the heat of the moment.
Okay, so they go in. Inside, they find 3 guys.
Drinking, laughing, casual. While Sumit is tied up with ropes.
The team moves fast, secures the thugs at gunpoint, gets Sumit untied.
And Sumit confirms that he doesn't know these guys. No prior connection, no grudge. This was just a random, violent money grab.
The thugs are arrested, taken into custody, locked up. Mission 1, rescue Sumit. Accomplished.
Yeah, thanks to Neha's quick thinking, her tech skills, and finding that one reliable officer, Sharma, it was pure tactical brilliance, completely off the official books of that station.
But like you said, that's only half the problem solved.
Right. Inspector Amit Singh is still out there, the guy who demanded a bribe, assaulted her, refused his duty. He's still wearing the uniform.
So accountability requires round 2, a second mission, and this one feels even riskier in a way.
Absolutely. Because she realized the first confrontation, being assertive, citing the law, it just provoked him. It got her slapped, but maybe not enough for a completely undeniable legal case against him.
She needed something more concrete.
She needed unassailable proof. She needed him to repeat his crimes, caught on tape, without him having any idea he was being recorded, let alone by a senior officer.
So she plans a setup, a calculated move.
And central to this is another change in appearance. The red sari is gone.
She changes into a simple green Cell-War suit.
Why? To look like an ordinary woman. To seem less assertive, maybe more vulnerable, persistent perhaps, but ultimately harmless, not a threat.
Disarming.
Exactly. And the most critical part, she turns on her mobile recording again, secretly. Audio and video, tucked away.
Right. Confrontation number 2. She goes back to the station, finds Amit Singh.
And this time she's polite, almost meek. Just requesting, again, please, can you write the report about my brother-in-law's kidnapping?
She needs him to refuse his duty on camera.
And he walks right into it. He sees the same woman, the one who bruised his ego, but now she looks different, less challenging, more like just an annoyance.
So he loses it again.
Completely erupts in anger, flat out refuses to file the report, threatens her again, and then he hits her a second time.
And that line he uses, chilling. You have too many wings, I must break them.
It's pure arrogance and malice. But here's the genius of her strategy. Neha stays silent.
Doesn't react.
Doesn't react. Doesn't argue, doesn't flinch, doesn't fight back. She just takes it. Because she knows.
It's all being recorded.
Every word, every threat. The refusal of duty, both assaults. High-quality audio and video, undeniable proof. She then just silently turns and leaves the station, evidence secured.
Okay, so she has a smoking gun now. What does she do?
Acts fast. The moment she's clear, she sends that entire recording straight to the ASP's office.
The assistant superintendent of police. That's Singh's superior, right? A much higher rank.
Oh, yeah. The ASP oversees the inspectors at the local stations. This is going up the chain of command, but with irrefutable proof attached.
And ASP's reaction.
Immediate recognition of how serious this is. Striking a woman seeking help is bad enough. Doing it twice, demanding bribes, refusing duty, especially when that woman turns out to be a fellow officer. It's career-ending.
And?
Criminal.
So the system, once presented with verified evidence, actually works.
It seems so in this case. And quickly. The SSP, the Senior Superintendent of Police, the big boss, operationally gets involved.
What heck is that?
He forms a departmental inquiry committee. 3 senior officers, no messing around.
They interview Neha.
Neha, the constables who went on the raid, SAO Raghav Sharma, they all give statements. And Sharma and the constables confirm Singh's general history of bad behavior with citizens. It paints a picture.
And the inquiry's findings.
The report comes back in just 2 days, which is remarkably fast.
Wow. What did it say?
Confirmed multiple violations by Singh. Refusing to file the report, that's a specific offense. IPC Section 166A, failing duty as a public servant.
Okay.
Plus assaulting a woman, severe departmental misconduct. It's all there, backed by the recording. The evidence was just too strong.
So consequences.
Immediate. The SSP orders Singh's suspension right away, pending further action, and then, crucially, orders his arrest.
Arrested. For real.
For real. He's charged under several sections of the Indian Penal Code. Section 354, assault on a woman. Section 146, negligence in duty. Section 323, voluntarily causing hurt, basically battery.
So the system he thought protected him, the uniform he hid behind, it came down on him. Hard.
Because of that calculated trap Neha set, built entirely on capturing evidence.
So let's bring it back to you, the listener. What does this all mean? It took these two huge risks, right, delivered in completely different ways.
First, the high-speed tactical rescue using her elite skills. High risk, high action.
Then the second risk, maybe even more dangerous psychologically, using perceived vulnerability to gather evidence against someone powerful and violent.
And it took both to get full justice, layered justice.
What's the core lesson here, would you say?
I think it's about that dual approach being necessary sometimes. You need that rapid, decisive action against the immediate, violent threat, the kidnappers.
Get the hostage out.
Right. But against the institutional problem, the corruption, you need patience, meticulous planning, and verifiable proof that recording was everything.
Evidence as the weapon of accountability.
Exactly. And sometimes maybe you have to seem powerless to actually gather the power of that evidence.
His final thought in the sources was something like, justice is slow, but it does arrive.
Yeah, provided you have the courage. And the proof, even when the criminal is wearing a uniform.
Which brings us back to that fascinating detail. The clothes.
The red sari for the first visit. Bold, assertive, demanding. Projecting status.
And the simple green suit for the second visit. Aiming for anonymity, vulnerability, strategic camouflage.
So, the final question we want to leave you with, for you to mull over, is this. When you have to navigate a tricky situation, maybe a compromise system, how do you consciously adjust your presentation?
Your clothes, your tone, how you carry yourself. How does that shift change the whole dynamic? And what kind of power does appearing maybe less powerful, more vulnerable, what power does that actually give you when your real goal isn't to fight, but just to gather the facts, gather the evidence? Something to think about next time you face a difficult confrontation.